Moby. I guess the Lions didn't make the Vikings that much better with Hawkinson being traded to them back a few weeks ago in the deadline. And I guess the Lions aren't the laughing stock of the NFL that you claimed they were after that trade. Because notice how since that trade, the Lions have been 5-1 since that trade. And the Lions even exposed that fucking fraud-ass team that there goes Moby says that we made better by trading our top RC tight end to a division rival. And how we were all the problem if we defended that trade. Literally, these takes from Moby, it's literally his Arizona Cardinals take last year when he called the Arizona Cardinals a competent organization. And oh, by the way, Moby, how's that take working out for you this year on the Cardinals, considering how doo-doo the Cardinals have been, especially with that dysfunction between the midget and Cliff Chokesberry? Yeah, there goes Moby always saying he's always right. No. That is misleading advertising. He has his fair share of L takes. Especially the calling Hutchinson a bust too. Saying Penei Sewell was a bust as well. Like Moby saying he's always right, that's misleading advertising and just his God complex kicking in. And oh yeah, to all the Moby fanboys watching right now, you think me roasting Moby is this bad now? Oh, no. Just wait until Wednesday, when I upload my Charlotte Hornets Hate Night disc, and I expose There Goes Moby for being the bandwagon fairweather fuck that he is. But enough talk about There Goes Moby. We're not focusing on that clown this week. We're focusing on the Lions laying that smackdown on the Minnesota ViQueens, and preventing the ViQueens from sweeping the division this year. No, because this is the Vikings' first division loss this year. Before we talk about that game today, let's take a look at the other Detroit teams and see how everybody fared this week. So we have the Red Wings only played 3 games this week to wrap up a 4-game road trip. They start the week off well with the win in Tampa Bay and Derek Lung's revenge game against the Lightning, his first game against his old team. It was also Jeff Blashill's revenge game as the assistant in Tampa against his old team. In the end, Derek Lung really proved that Jeff Blashill was truly holding the Red Wings back from their true potential. Blashill was truly the problem in Detroit. No further comment. Because you think the Wings would really be around, have a winning record right now with Blashill? Fuck no. They'd probably be as bad as last year. Like I've always said, Derek Lung is the right coach that came to the right team at the right time. And yeah, he proved it as Lung got his revenge against Tampa Bay in Tampa, beating Tampa at their own game with defense and strategy, even with Tampa throwing 30 shots on the Wings in the third period. But Billy Hustle hammering it down and holding it down in the period in the net. And then just, what a game out of Detroit from that one. Florida, less said about that game, the better. Just for some reason, the Lions just don't match up well against the Panthers. You know what happens? There are some teams you do well against, some teams you don't do well against. So, hey, congrats to all any Florida Panther fans out there. And then the loss to Dallas in overtime. At least we got a point out of it. So, hey, getting some points still to add on to the bucket. Trying to make the playoffs. As the Lions, they're contending for that final playoff spot. They're contending with Tampa Bay and the Panthers and the Florida Panthers for the final playoff spots. I think it's going to be between those 3 teams for the final spots throughout the whole rest of the season. As, we're past the quarter mark of the season. We're over a third of the way in. We're quickly approaching midway point of the season in a couple weeks. So, hey, every point counts from this point on. But the Wings, they really need another number 2 center and a goal-scoring winner because Lucas Raymond has been having a way off his game this year, just having a slump year. Yeah. And honestly, Sebastian Cossa, can he get up here any quicker, or do we have to literally wait a year for Cossa to come up? Because we kind of need some help in goaltending because Nedeljkovic has been really off his game this year. Just goddamn. Well, the Pistons week started off well with the big dominant win against the Miami Heat in Miami. You know, blowing them out, Miami, by 20 points in Miami's own house. So yeah, that was a great thing to see there. You know, Boban, Killian Hayes having a good game. You know, just great things out of the Pistons team. And then after that, it just went downhill the rest of the week. Losing 3 straight to end the road trip. You know, losing to New Orleans and then dropping to Memphis. And then losing a tough one to the Lakers earlier tonight. You know, even though Boban got 38 points, it still was enough to stop the LeBron AD connection. But yeah, let me just say this. The Pistons, they may be struggling against the Lakers right now, but it won't be that way, especially once LeBron leaves. And the Lakers go back to the mess that they were before LeBron showed up. But yeah, just, you know, the Pistons, they got the win against Miami, but now the Pistons have gone back to tanking now. But of course, out of all the hate, but of course, the next Pistons hate week I got coming up, the next hate night, it's probably one of the most anticipated ones against the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets won. Oh, I've been waiting a long time for it. I've been waiting a long time to do that one. And now it's time to strike. In fact, I already have it recorded and everything, including everything I have to say about There Goes Moby. It's just now waiting till Wednesday to publish it. And I'll tell you right now, it'll be worth the wait. Trust me on that. Yeah. I know the Tigers didn't play at all this week, and the Tigers are in the off-season right now until the end of February, early March for spring training. But just because they're in the off-season right now, that doesn't mean we can't talk about them. Because the Tigers did make a trade this week, trading Joe Jimenez to the Atlanta Braves, as the Tigers are really trading. They're trying to blow up again. Yeah, they're rebuilding on top of a rebuild that Alavilla fucked up. Because Scott Harrison Company, they got to fix the damage that Alavilla caused the team with Alavilla's poor rebuilding. Yeah, trading him for a journeyman pitcher and then the Braves' top prospect in Malroy, which he has a lot of promise for sure. So, can't wait. So, he's still going to be probably in the minors for another year or two, but if he can develop well in Detroit's farm system, he definitely could be something for sure. We'll come back to this trade in a couple years. But yeah, of course, also the main highlight of the week for the Tigers was the draft lottery. A big moment for the baseball. The first ever inaugural draft lottery. Is this lottery going to help teams in rebuilding? Let's be real, the lottery's going to turn tanking into a total crapshoot in baseball. It's going to fuck over a lot of small market teams. But hey, the players union wanted this, so it's a fair deal. In the end, the Tigers, in a rare, shocking turn of events, well, outside of 2021 when the Pistons won the draft lottery, because usually for the draft lottery, it's a thing that Detroit sports fans fucking dread. Because usually Detroit teams tend to get fucked over in the lottery. And when they introduce it in the NFL, and trust me, the NFL draft lottery is coming, it's not a matter of if it happens, it's a matter of when. And it's only a matter of time. The NFL's just waiting for the right moment to pounce. But yeah, usually Detroit sports teams get fucked over. Just look at the Red Wings in 2020 as Exhibit A. But in a rare, shocking turn of events, the Tigers didn't get fucked over in the lottery. In fact, they actually jumped up 3 spots in the lottery, going from number 6 to number 3. I mean, hey, top 3 pick, I'll take it. I mean, at least the Tigers didn't lose any spots in the lottery. They actually gained spots and ended up in the top 6. Like the teams that got shafted the hardest were the Oakland Athletics and the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, the Reds got shafted the hardest, losing 5 spots in the lottery. Oh, the Reds got shafted. Oh, fuck. Oh, Rob Manfred's definitely going to get it from Dashy now. We better get away from this quickly before Dashy gets over here, because Dashy gonna be pissed about the Reds getting fucked in the lottery. But hey, at least the Tigers gained some spots. And the inaugural MLB draft lottery went to the Pittsburgh Butt Pirates. A Pittsburgh sports team won an inaugural draft lottery. I feel like I've seen this before, but I can't quite put my finger on where I've seen it. But I've seen it somewhere. Somewhere for sure. It'll probably come back to me probably by tomorrow after I get a good sleep on it, but I feel like I've seen that before. Maybe that's a sign for the Pittsburgh Steelers when the NFL inevitably introduces their draft lottery. Yeah, I'm going to make a bold prediction. When the NFL introduces their draft lottery in, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers will win that lottery. Just seems to be a theme with the Pittsburgh sports teams winning an inaugural draft lottery. Kind of weird coincidence. And for the Lions game against the Vikings today we mourn the passing of SOL. SOL is officially dead. Thank fucking God it's dead. I could not stand SOL for the last few years. Glad that thing has finally died. Because this was the game to decide. Are the Lions truly for real? Or would they go back to SOL? In the end, Detroit chose option A. They were indeed for real. Like, they brought it to Minnesota. Like, they completely shut down Dalvin Cook. Like, yeah, Kirk Cousins had a pretty solid game, and the Lions also exposed the Vikings' weak defense and their weak banged-up secondary. Like, just look at Jameson Williams. He had only one catch today, but his one catch was a 41-yard bomb from Jared Goff. Yeah, what was that from all the Jared Goff haters that kept saying, Jared Goff can't throw it deep. Yeah, all you can now shut the fuck up. Goff can throw it deep. He has that kind of arm. In fact, for anyone that still wanted to say he's gonna throw it deep, Goff even did it again. Throwing a 48-yard pass to DJ Shark. So yeah, anyone that says Jared Goff can't throw it deep can shove that argument straight up your fucking asses. But yeah, maybe Goff could be the answer. I mean, the Lions seem like they're committed to him long term. I mean, this was the game that could prove if Goff could truly be the franchise guy going forward. I mean, it still wouldn't hurt maybe to draft a QB in the second or third round, maybe, depending on if the right guy falls to the Lions' lap in that position. Because you don't draft a fucking QB just for the fucking sake of it, or everyone's saying, oh, everyone says to draft a QB. No, you only draft a QB if the fucking right guy falls. If the right guy ain't there, don't even fucking bother. But hey, the Lions got a backup QB in Josh Dobbs. And he's black. Hey, the Lions fan base got what they finally wanted. Everybody wins at the end of the day. But anyway, back to the game, the Lions, like, Goff just spread it out to receivers. Like, Khalif Raymond got a lot of touches today. Like, even Josh Reynolds being underrated signing too. J-Mo didn't really do much other than that one catch. Like, I think him and Goff were still trying to build some chemistry, so that will take some time. Amon-Ra just being Amon-Ra is normal. Just some great run in there. Even Justin Jackson got his first career rushing TD, so that's good to see. The defense did what they needed to do. Hawkinson got a 7th sack, and Justin Houston continues to be impressive in a small sample size with his 4th sack in 3 games. Like, damn, Brad Homestead, you son of a bitch, you did it again. Another steal in the 6th round along with Malcolm Rodriguez. Kirby Joseph also playing well too. It's Conan Isaiah Biggs, who got the big fumble near the goal line near the end of the first half, and then Kirby Joseph recovering it. And also Dan Campbell really showing how big his balls were with that fake punt handoff to CJ Moore that went for a 42-yard gain. Like, Dan Campbell definitely has his balls. He definitely shows everyone how big his balls are, and they are definitely huge. Like, I think Dan Campbell will need some new fucking pants soon, because his balls are probably way too big for his current pants right now. But I will give a tip of the cap to Justin Jefferson, because, Jefferson did have a good game for the Vikings too. I mean, for fuck's sakes, he set a Vikings franchise record for most receiving yards by a Vikings player in a single game for the Vikings. So hey, hats off to Justin Jefferson for setting a Vikings franchise record. even though the Lions won, I'll give credit where it's due to certain players in the Vikings. Like, gotta respect good ball when I see it. And yeah, Jefferson does have that dog in him. But yeah, the Lions, they did everything they needed to. They kept their foot on the gas and kept the Vikings out of reach, Seems the Lions learned what they did wrong in the Week 3 matchup when the Lions went conservative and let the Vikings back in it. Because this time, Detroit made sure that Minnesota wouldn't have that chance to get back in it. And then the big coup de grace at the end was Penei Sewell getting that catch to cause move the chains to get the first down. Like, damn, I was not expecting Penei Sewell because I saw him moving, but I felt like they were gonna run it and have him be like a blocker running outside until Goff threw the ball to him. I was like, what the hell? Penei Sewell got a catch? But yeah, damn. And then Penei slapping the Vikings defender in the face after when the defender tried to get in Penei's face and Penei pretty much told him to back the fuck off. Yeah, you don't get in Penei's face. Like, bad move to get in Penei Sewell's face. Yeah, like, we know it's a bad idea to get in Penei's face, especially after he took none of Aaron Donald's bullshit last year. But yeah, just this Lions team is definitely getting hot at the right time, now winning 5 of the last 6 since the Hawkinson trade. And also, Hawkinson, he had an okay game for the Lions, even though he did have that drop early in the first quarter on 3rd down. But it was also kind of poetic and fitting that the game ended with Hawkinson fumbling the ball and the Lions recovering it on the last play of the game. It was kind of a fitting ending for Hawkinson's revenge game. In the end, the Lions denied the Vikings the win, and they denied the Vikings from locking up the NFC North. But more than likely, the Vikings will probably lock up the North next week when they play the Colts. Because the Colts are a living, breathing shit show right now. Like, nobody fucking trusts Indy. Like, Indy's a complete fucking mess. Like, I think the Vikings will win that game against the Colts. And they will clinch the North. So yeah, the Vikings, they may win the NFC North this year. But Detroit is clearly the best team in the North right now. The Lions just dug themselves into a hole early in the year. And the Vikings just had a little bit of luck go their way. But today, the Vikings' luck just ran out. And also, Dan Campbell is now 4-0 against teams 5 or more games above 500. Dan Campbell is that guy. But yeah, it's a crazy turnaround here. Considering the Lions were back in here to start November when they were 1-6, and now a month later, they're now in the playoff picture about a game and a half out of a wild card spot behind the midgets and Washington. Like, Washington was on a bye this week, The Lions also had the right circumstances play out for them this week. It's Seattle losing to Carolina, and the Giants getting blown the fuck out by the Eagles. Like, holy fuck, the Giants are really ass. Like, it seems like the Lions broke the Giants. It seems like the Giants losing to the Lions broke them. Because the Giants haven't been the same fucking team since. And also, quick note for the playoff picture, the Giants and the Commanders play each other next week. Will there be a winner in that game next week, or will it end in a tie again? It would be funny as hell if they tied again. Because, yeah. But yeah, just everything went well for the Lions this week, and the Lions continue to gain ground in the playoff race, just a great overall team win. The Lions got their job done, and the Lions proved they are that team. They are legit. Like I was even questioning what Vegas was doing, favoring Detroit by nearly 3 points over a 10-win Vikings team on the verge of clinching the North. But it seems like Vegas knew. They just know. Vegas just knows not to doubt us. Vegas just knows us, and they know not to doubt us. Because like I said here, if anyone that doubts us doesn't know us yet, but they're about to. But yeah, and the Lions definitely 100% the Lions can make the playoffs this year. They just need a little bit more luck to go their way. Like, the Lions just need the Giants to or the Commanders, or hell, even the Giants, but Commanders and Seahawks to struggle. And all 3 of them have brutal schedules to end the season. You know, the Lions got a bit of an easier one, you know, because the Lions got a few shit shows left to play, you know. The Jets next week, like, the Lions just got to do their job against the Jets next week. Like, that could be a trap game, but the Jets have been slowly collapsing and butt fumbling their season away. You know, their team has been a mess, you know, ever since they benched Zach Wilson. You know, we got the Panthers, who shockingly beat the Seahawks. Like, I don't know how that happened, but okay. So, yeah. But I can't take the Panthers for granted. And, you know, Chicoiwood and Green Bay. I don't even know if Gorilla will even play the Packers with Rodgers. Because the Packers could be eliminated by then, and Rodgers could get benched if they're not in contention for Jordan Love. So the Packers can see what they got in Jordan Love, even though we all know what they got. But yeah, just a great team win out of the Lions overall. Just a great job out of this team that beat the Vikings. You know, knocked off a 10-win Vikings team. You know, the Lions, this was a crucial game for their season, and they got it done. They came in clutch when it mattered. But yeah, the Lions get the win. They go to 6-7. Now on the road to New York to face the Jets. Can't take the Jets for granted, but let's go get that dub. Because pretty much every game from here on out is must-win in a playoff game. Like I said, the Lions' playoffs started at Jacksonville last week. And it continues on. The Lions just need a little luck to go their way. But yeah, so let's keep the playoff push going. You know, and the Rams pick is already looking better already. You know, still, because it's still currently a top 5 pick. But yeah, let's keep the good times rolling here. But yeah, anyway, that'll wrap it up here. And yes, I do got a new Big Ten championship belt coming. It'll be probably coming in by next Sunday. Tell you what, if the Lions win next Sunday against the Jets, I will unbox the new championship belt live and show the updated design for this belt. Because I'm not sure if you noticed here, there's an L here to Michigan State on this belt. That will not do. We cannot have any L's on this belt. Like, especially the little brother, that's a definite big no-no. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the Jets next week against the butt fumble in New Jersey. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. On to the Jets next week. Got that win against the Vikings. No sweep for the Vikings this year. The Vikings can skull these motherfucking nuts. Got them. And plus, that Viking skull chant isn't even original. They just stole it from an Icelandic soccer team, by the way.